Okay, we start off this morning with excitement in the air. Our mind fills with possibilities. And we could actually get very overwhelmed. Okay, it feels like there's a ton of things to do and we're excited and we want to get them done. We want to start them. We want to move forward. And we get that rush. And yet at the same time, we're going to have that feeling that we got to organize this and we got to put that in its place. And so we're trying to do it all and make it all work. And yes, it's almost like an energizing kind of energy, to say the least. But it could be a little overwhelming too for us. And as the day goes on, I think as we move from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, okay, things start to settle. The excitement starts to calm down a little bit, at least the kind of excitement we were experiencing. A new kind of excitement could be coming in, absolutely. It becomes much easier to focus as we go into our afternoon and our evening. And that feeling of being rushed, of having to do it all, that fades. And we find ourselves a little bit better able to breathe, feeling a sense of balance, and we start to find that flow. And so the changes that seemed really huge earlier today will now feel, as we crawl into our bed at night, like everything is falling into place as it should. Okay, for now, before I get carried away, pull up a chair, have a seat, and join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We will gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, and by the end of our time together, it's my hope that you now have the insight, the wisdom, the tools to go forward with a confidence, with clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Truly, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus, May the 7th, 2025. So today we have the energy of the 7. The 7 energy is about creating harmony and balance and love in our environments. More importantly, I think within our relationships. And in order to master that 7 energy, we need to do it without giving parts of ourselves away, giving away our power or making ourselves smaller, allowing lack to be in our life in order to keep the peace. So we should never compromise. We could collaborate. Absolutely. So it's a win-win. So we understand where each other are coming from, but if we look at the daily numerology, it'd be a 5 plus a 7 plus a 9 that gives us that beautiful 21 energy. And this is the true endings of a path. It's time to evolve. It's time to transform. It's time to go forward. There is a brand new path awaiting you. But the 21 energy is also about release and letting go and not taking the old baggage with us as we go forward. 2 plus 1 is a 3 energy, and that is all about our transformation, birth, rebirth, creativity. It's about curiosity and letting our hearts be led by our curiosity. To pay attention to that intuition, to pay attention to those gut feelings. It's about our voice, it's about our dreams, it's about our minds, our thoughts. Sun is in Taurus, Moon is in Virgo. And we start our day with the Moon squaring Jupiter, okay? So Moon in Virgo is all about attention to detail, more focused on the day-to-day, leaning towards wanting structure. Actually, I think we get a comfort out of structure. Stability, order, efficiency. So it's really a sign that thrives when things are organized, when things are moving smoothly. And we have Jupiter in Gemini. So Gemini is curious. It's adaptable. It loves to explore. Jupiter loves to explore. Gemini loves to explore as well. So Gemini always encourages us to embrace new ideas and new approaches, and it asks us to expand our dreams. And so it could feel like our energy is, well, or maybe it's our focus, or maybe both, is scattered. Or maybe we're just a little overwhelmed by the sheer amount of possibilities that could actually be seen for ourselves today. And we just don't know where to move, where to put that focus. And when that moon in Virgo squares Jupiter in Gemini, we're asked to bring in a balance, or the need for some kind of detailed planning, practicality, consistency. And it's battling against that desire for freedom and new experiences. So Gemini wants us to reach out, try new things, take risks. Absolutely. Very much like the 3 energy. And it creates this internal conflict within us, okay? We're torn between the 2 energies, okay? We could have that strong desire to do more, take on new things, think bigger than we're currently doing at the present time. And as we go through that first part of our day, we focus on the tasks that are important. We need to stay open to new ideas. We can't overcommit. We can't overthink. We can't, look for ways to expand your mind. Okay, have a conversation, read a book, take a workshop. And definitely under this energy, we want to have a clear set picture of the thing we'll be focusing on, and to focus on one thing at a time, and to take our time, no matter how pressing. You get an idea, an aha moment, an epiphany, write it down. Okay, because later as the day rolls on, you may want to remember those epiphanies, those aha moments, those bolts of lightning hit you. Because as this energy starts to die down, a new transit, it is the moon again, but now it's in a trine to Uranus, right? The planet of the unexpected. So, but it's a trine, so it's very harmonious, and it's a very, it can bring in great rewards for us. It's the things that we want. We were hoping it would get shooken up in some form like this, okay? It makes it easier to make the transitions, to say, yeah, I'm going to do it this way, or I'm going to step into that. I'm going to be more of this. Uranus and Taurus shakes things up. Okay, and it'll shake things up in our self-worth, our feeling of security, our money or material worth. And yeah, Taurus is known for the steady, the slow-moving nature, but Uranus brings in these unexpected shifts, sudden shifts. And they ask us to break free. This is the moment, okay? It no longer serves you. You know it no longer serves you. This is the moment. Break free. And when you break free, start to embrace that innovative solution that you came up with. That new way of approaching something, or doing something, or becoming something, or stepping into something, or that something that you're doing. Okay, especially though when it's coming to our finances, our resources, perhaps how we connect with each other. Okay, when the moon was in with a conversation with Uranus, that energy shifts towards openness and innovation and breakthroughs. And I think it starts at the heart center. It's what we feel the strongest about, a passion, a dream, a belief, a desire. And yes, Uranus will be there to bring in some kind of sudden, unexpected insight or a creative shift that we can step into. So after that emotional tug of war that we went through all morning, this energy actually helps to bring clarity and freedom into embrace the new ideas that we've had throughout the day and make changes in a way that it feels totally fulfilling in our lives. Okay, it's like the morning's frustrations created this space where we're actually more open to thinking differently, or breaking free from an old habit or a routine, changing something up, tweaking something in our lives. So as we walk through the afternoon, when we walk through the evening, I think that it doesn't fade until like 2 a.m. of tomorrow. So even our dreams might actually give us some information. So ask yourself before you go to bed that you want a dream to explain. Explain that breakthrough. Explain of how you're going to let that go or leave it in the past or heal from it. Okay, maybe it's embracing a new way of doing something or breaking free from some kind of outdated routine or habit. And if you get that burst of inspiration, okay, or some kind of unexpected opportunity shows up in front of you, okay, do not hesitate to explore it. It's probably going to be in your very best interest. Now, you want to research it. Nothing's 100% for sure. You might read it completely wrong, but under this kind of energy. And it'll definitely give us a focus on our long-term growth. So the chemistry between these two planets makes change feel natural, and it makes it feel aligned, and we're more open to finding the new ways to do things that bring us that lasting stability, that sense of fulfillment. The changes we make today are likely to be ones that will stick long term and support our long-term growth. Okay, let's go to the cards. There's the keyboard in there. Okay. Put the underlining card there, the rest of the deck there. I'm just going to grab a little sip of water. Okay, underlying energy is the Tower. 16 energy, the Tower. Okay, you are that ball of light within that tower. And you break through the glass ceiling here. Or something makes you grow in intensity and the expansion of who you are, and you break through the glass ceiling. You see what was hindering you, not letting you go forward, trapping you, tethering you to something that needs to be in the past. Now, since this is the underlying energy, expect some kind of closure and release in your life. Okay? And know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, know that whatever is removed from your world, first of all, it doesn't mean it's removed forever, but in that moment, is supposed to, and it's not there to hurt you. It's there to take it away so that you can change your focus towards where you really need to be looking and step into that. Breaking through the glass ceiling. Going forward in a way you never thought you would or could or should. And there you were. Intense. Ace of Cups follows it. New beginnings, new starts. What are the passions, the dreams, the desires that you embrace? Maybe you've never even said it aloud. Maybe you keep it tucked away in your heart, in your mind. And you may play it out in different scenarios, but you never make that first step towards it or that next move towards it, making it something more. Walking through that fear or that anxiety or that limitation that holds you back from doing it. What is that thing that you are embracing? That new abundance, that new love, that new prosperity, that new sense of health and well-being, spirituality, whatever it might be for you. The Ace of Cups is here to tell you that this brand new path of your truest passions and dreams and desires lays in front of you today. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles says, where's your focus? Where's your focus? Where's your attention? Where are you putting your time, your energy, your resources towards? Is it the things that you want to be walking into? Or are you doing it out of habit because that's the way it's always been done, because you feel you have no choice in the matter? We always have a choice. And so pros and cons. And if we don't like it still, then it's time to take that step into the unknown, to test the waters, to see what might be out there. But it should always be focused on the path you want to walk, your passion, your dream, your desire. Okay, jobs started by people that were down on their luck. Their crop didn't, there was a hailstorm, ruined their crop or something. And so in order to put food on the table, they went to work for a short period of time until they could return and make their own money again. Now we call that entrepreneurship. It was never supposed to be something you sign up for 40 to 50 to 60 years. Goodness gracious, no. But we all bought it. We all bought into that. Okay, getting off topic, but I think somebody really needed to hear that. That's why it came out. I never edit, okay? If you're new to me, I don't edit. And the reason I don't edit is because there's a lot of things that I say that maybe I shouldn't share, or I shouldn't say, or it's completely off topic. It doesn't even go with the flow. But I do it because I believe firmly that when I press record, whatever comes into my mind, I must say. Even if and some of these stories that I have to tell about myself, I don't like sharing them, but they tell me I need to, because somebody out there, or many of you out there, also need it, because then you can relate. Maybe you don't feel alone. Maybe you see the path forward. This is where are you putting your focus, and where does your focus need to be? Okay, if you plant a seed in the ground and then you walk away for a month and then you come back, chances are, well, you might see something. You might get lucky. It's only been a month. But how about 2 months later, 3 months later, 6 months later? Okay, if we planted a seed and came back 6 months from there, chances are we would not find anything. We'd find weeds, rocks, sticks. But we definitely wouldn't, so when we're planting that dream, when we're taking our first step, we can't then go over here and get caught up in that drama. We still need to have our focus at some point during the day, even if it's that 15 minutes in the morning that you dedicate to your dream, your desires, your wants. And maybe there's something you can do in that 15-minute period that just moves you one step closer. To embrace those new possibilities, those new adventures, those new opportunities. That passion, that dream, that desire. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about self-love. Okay, we hold this cup in our hand. It's completely empty. It is our new dream. It is this cup, right? We're looking at it. Right? This is before the embrace, or just after the embrace. And now we're looking at the cup and we're saying, so how am I going to fill it? How am I going to grow that cup into something wonderful and overflowing with goodness, love, fulfillment, joy, celebration, prosperity? What am I going to put in the cup? What is my dream? What is my passion? Now, we can imagine it, but do you love yourself enough to trust in yourself, to believe in yourself, to take a risk on yourself, to step into the unknown, to allow yourself to be a little bit fearful, to allow yourself to have a little bit of anxiety? But don't look at it as fear and anxiety, because when we were little, we called that anticipation, like, we just don't know what to expect. But we always, when we were children, expected something good. Now, as adults, we go, I don't know what's right around that corner. It's something good, okay? It's something good. How are you going to fill that cup? Do you believe in yourself? Do you pamper yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you see your capabilities? Do you see the possibilities that are really being offered to you right now? Or do you block them off in some way so that you remain small? Are you afraid to look because people told you that that version of you did not exist in some way, in some form, as you grew up, as you came to this point in your journey. That was only their opinion, but we walked it as a truth. And now it's time to see that that was only an opinion, and to look past what we used to hope for ourselves and really look at what we dream about, have a passion about stepping into going forward. Okay, let's go to our Nature's Whispers. Let's see it paraphrase me on that. Huh. Okay, let's see what the oracle cards have to share with us today. Laughter, 47, which is an 11 energy. Laughter, joy, giggles, smiles. Be in the present moment. And, we've been getting that message a lot, haven't we? Staying in the present moment. Don't be looking too far into the future. Yeah, look at that big picture, but know that it's going to be steps to get there. And just look at your step today, the step of today. And try not to look in the past, because the past don't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. Look at the here and now. Who you are. What can you do today that will matter long term for you? Maybe it's just, adding a little bit of self-discipline in and doing something that it has to be done, but you begrudge doing it anyway. So who wants to? Okay, 47. All right, that's what you're thinking. Who wants to? And things that you hate doing, people love. If you hate housework, there are people who actually look for houses to do because they love making a house beautiful and fresh and clean and organized. Maybe you don't. Maybe, it could be 1,001 things. Let's get back to the laughter. Laughter breaks up stagnant energy, gets things moving, helps relax you. Laughter is a powerful antidote to stress, pain, and conflict. Nothing works faster and more dependably to bring your mind and body back into balance than a good laugh. Humor lightens our burdens, inspires our hope, and connects us with others. It keeps us grounded, focused, and alert. And we do want to lighten that burden. So, the most ordinary days are the days when the most spectacular, extraordinary things can happen in our life. And sometimes when we plan that extraordinary event, and we do it for 6 months or 2 years, it almost loses a little bit of its oomph when we actually do it, because we built it up too much in our mind. Whereas the things that just happen, and happenstance and serendipity and in the moment. Laughter and joy and singing and dancing and just raising our energy. Let's get to the animals, shall we? And who do we have today? But look at this, strut your stuff with the peacock. I think that ties into self-love. Okay, strut your stuff. When's the last time you went out there and strutted your stuff? Showed the world what you were made of. Walked with your shoulders back and a confidence in every step. Smile on your face, just a little one. Maybe a grin, ear to ear. Who cares? Maybe you're skipping. Maybe you're dancing. I know, it's almost like it's illegal for adults to skip and dance. Only when we're little can we do it, so never discourage a little one for wanting to singing and dancing and skipping and twirling, and because there'll come a very time, very, very short, very soon in their life where it's not allowed anymore. Now they just think you're weird. Strut your stuff. Beauty, confidence, foresight, clairvoyance. Never bend your head. Always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Peacock is completely aware of his beauty and wants you to work on believing that you too are beautiful inside and out. So very much the Queen of Cups, huh? Peacock believes that you have lost confidence with your inner and outer appearance or self in some way. Oftentimes, to regain that confidence, you have to fake it to make it. And it's then that you push yourself into a vibration which is true self. Peacock may have come into your life to show you that you are coming into a new spiritual growth path. It may be time to begin working on becoming certified in Reiki or quantum touch, or take a tarot or a meditation class, a yoga class. If you're feeling less than beautiful, embrace the peacock and allow him to help you strut your stuff. Realize your capabilities. Realize your potential. Realize that the possibilities right now in your life are completely endless. Endless with possibility for you. You get to choose where you're stepping, what you want to step into, with a passion and with a commitment. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.